It's definitely existential. I mean, if you need a life-changing or a life-saving medical procedure, you're going to put an RFP out on the street and shop for the low-cost provider? Probably not. So you better think in terms of how I put the infrastructure in place and how I put the capabilities in place to leverage fully AI to get full business potential. There's discontinuities in performance that are available if you leverage AI correctly. There's probably $10 trillion of productivity that will be reaped by companies and governments over the next 10 years. So the question is, how do I get my unfair share, more than anyone else, of that 10 trillion? Hybrid cloud, AI, generative AI, tools, processes, the complete vision, the velocity of execution, all of these things matter.
And so how do you do that, keeping ethics in mind? You know, ethical AI development obviously is front and center to this discussion.
Well, AI is only bad when it's done badly. Right? And so I think it's very important to understand the data, where it comes from. So data lineage and data provenance is important. And so if you have proper practices and proper governance in place to build the models in the first place, that gives you some confidence that you're going to get a good result. But also you got to look at the output of the model, and you got to consistently have processes, teams in place to look at the accuracy and the reasonableness of results. So the short answer is trust but verify, but don't shortchange the process that goes around the whole regime of AI in the first place.
Right. So you said you are under normal pressure to develop AI, but I want to understand.
Normal pressure is high for us, just so you know.
I would imagine. But what I want to understand from you is that is there a race to come first in whatever you're developing? Like, do you feel that you have to be ahead of the curve because that's what investors expect out of you, or do you get there with the right kind of R&D?
There's a race to get it right, and to get it right without undue delay. And so our AI platform, which we call Watson X, has a data element, a AI studio element, and of course a governance element. All three of these need to work together to allow clients the flexibility to do AI the way they want to do it. They got to be able to use open source models, their models, or our models, or anyone's models, but they need to have choices.
And so how do you balance that out with redundancies, with the prospects of job losses, because that's, of course, a big question mark when it comes to whether AI would displace jobs as you move into that direction?
Well, AI technology always displaces jobs. It pushes one undertaking to another. Where are the elevator operators? Where are the folks that used to transcribe books by hand? Where are all the weavers? Even the Luddites got jobs after they finished breaking the looms, right? And so I think the point that we're on is AI will not put people out of work. AI will create jobs, just like all technology always has. AI will augment jobs. I think the worker that's going to be successful in the future is going to be the one that collaborates the best with his bot. So be respectful and courteous to your bot. You'll do just fine.